Hi everybody, this is Becca from Watch Becca Plan, and today I'm going to do my day 4 planner tip video for the 25 Days of Planner Tip collab with Tamara from the Paper and Pen Girl. This year's theme is about switching planning systems. Not how you plan, but how the actual planner, like how you house your planning. So from bound book to rings to discs to bound to spiral, that kind of situation. So my planner tip is going to be to start out cheaply in a system and then upgrade as you go. So for bound books, there are notebooks that you can try to check out the paper quality and stuff like that. This is a Kimbor Weekly, and it's kind of like a Hobonichi Weeks. It's got the same layout, weekly layout and stuff, and I bought this for like $2 off AliExpress. And I just wanted to see if a Hobonichi Weeks was something that I could do. You know what I'm usually in ring planners. I like the customization of ring planners. I like to be able to customize stuff on the same weekly layout every week is not something that excites me, but I wanted to try it just in case. And it was only $2, so if I don't like it, it's not the end of the world. This is just a cheap $12 ring planner off of Amazon. And this, I was in this for quite a while actually, in the beginning of the year. I had been in a Moterm personal size luxe, and I didn't like the big back pocket. It was so thick and big and heavy and bulky, and I just wanted something light and airy and not super bulky. So I decided to switch to this for a little while. And that really helped. And my half letter disc bound is probably the best example I have of this tip, because I stayed in this system for, I think, 6 months last year. And it is set up exactly how I like it. If I wanted to go back to half letter, I just put in the current dated inserts and I'm done. So I have really developed my preferences for the planning system, like the type of planner. That's the main purpose of my tip, is develop what your preferences are for that specific system. So in ring planners, I don't like big back pockets. I usually stay in a personal size, but I am now in a pocket size. It's the same planning system, like inserts and stuff, but just smaller, and it's easier to carry. But those preferences go with you throughout your time in that planner, and it can help you find things to get for your planner to make things better and your experience with that planner better. I bought a cheap notebook, half letter disc bound notebook with a poly cover and 1/2 inch plastic discs, and that was my base. And then from there I found Freebies to print. I gathered some printed inserts from friends and some that I had given to me from like sub boxes and stuff like that I had just happened to have, that I never had used. And I kind of kabobbled this together and it really worked for me. It was set up exactly how I wanted it to be set up. The first thing I upgraded was the discs. I wanted more space, and I didn't like how the plastic discs made the page turn. So I went with 1 inch metal discs, and that was a huge upgrade for me. The poly cover, I switched out for a clear plastic cover, and I enjoyed this planner so much more because I was able to decorate the front. And those kind of preferences really help you make future purchases to build a system that will really work for you, that you enjoy using, and is key to you staying in it and helping you build something that will help you in the long run. Learning your preferences, and each system is different. So in my ring planners, I love having pockets. I don't like the big back pocket, but other pockets I enjoy having. But in my half letter disc bound, I don't. I don't enjoy that. I don't like having a pen loop in here. Sometimes I will, but I don't enjoy having like an actual like Moterm cover for this, where you slide the planner in and you have, it looks like an actual ring, like a ring planner, but it doesn't have the rings in it. I don't like that with a half letter. I'll just put like a hairband or something. This, a lot of my plan, if you're new to my channel, a lot of my planning is just trying to survive life. So if you're new to my channel, this is your introduction. So trying to get as much done as possible with a crazy life. So, but those preferences helped me so much, knowing that I didn't like that. In disc bound, I don't like that. So future purchases, I know I don't really need that Moterm, notebook cover, because I don't really like it. So knowing those preferences help immensely as you're growing in a system and you're learning about what you like. And discs are different than rings. It's different. It's not the same. You can flip the page around, and that was one of the main things I loved about disc bound planners, is being able to flip the page around. You can't do that in rings, so you have to take them out, you have to slit the pages, you have to open the rings a bunch of times, stuff like that. So each system is different, and learning what you like about those is a huge asset to your success in that system. With bound books, learning your paper quality type that you like. What preferences do you have on weekly layouts? Because in a bound book, you can't change that. So if you don't like that weekly layout, you're stuck with it for the rest of the year. So if you don't like the layout of a Hobonichi Weeks, maybe you could try something, a different, bound book, but in the same size. If you don't like the size, try a different one. But knowing your preferences is huge. I chose the Hobonichi Weeks versus others because it is around the same height as a personal size insert. And I'm generally around that size most in my ring planners. So I figured this would be the best option for me. It is narrow, a lot like the personal size inserts that I don't usually like. I'm usually either a Personal Plus or a Franklin Covey Compact girl. So the narrowness made me a little nervous, but the height was what I was really excited about. And spiral bound planners, what weekly layout do you like? What do you like changing out the covers, like on an Erin Condren? Is that something that you would enjoy? Do you like changing your covers out in your ring planners? Like, knowing your preferences is huge when you're changing systems, because it really guides your decision making on what you get for it, what inserts you get. One of the other tips is check out Freebies. I know there's a ton of people, if you're moving to a system that's customizable at least, Freebies are huge. They are immensely helpful to figuring out what your preferences are. And then once you know that, you can go out and buy printed inserts from shops. Oftentimes shops will have a freebie and then a printed version of that they sell that's printed. And if you like printed inserts, that would work for you. It's all about learning what you like about that system and kind of taking some time and figuring out and learning the system for yourself and what you personally like. So that's my tip. I hope it helps. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate. And I am really looking forward to the rest of these tip videos. Everyone so far has been amazing, and I am really excited to be able to say that tomorrow is Carie Harling. I've watched her for a very long time, so I'm very excited that she is tomorrow. And I'm very excited for everybody else that's in this lineup. You're going to see some really great tip videos this year. And I hope that this helps. So I will talk to you guys later, and have a great day. Bye.